get it.
It's Sparta.
Oh, privacy.
Ooh, we got a party
Private?
room.
Do we?
Yeah.
No way. No way, no way.
Okay. Is it
Party
working?
day.
Okay. Looks
Let's
working.
go, baby.
Privacy private.
Welcome, Spartan. So me and Spartan Friday.
Alright. Trying this again. Let's make sure. Let's make sure this works. Test, test, test.
Everybody just tuning into the stream. Happy Easter. I hope you guys are having a great day. We are vibing.
Okay.
We're doing some supporter games a little bit. Couple supporter games.
Alright, guys.
If you guys are just tuning in,
Looks like this is working.
show some love.
What's up? What's up? Test, test, test. Okay, so
Thank you for the 200. Happy Easter, man.
Sunday, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, everybody.
Yesterday, thank you. And then we got DeAndre with 500 stars. Party rate, love that. Let's go.
Let's see if anyone joins us, guys. Hope audio works wise too. Obviously, there's a mic right here. I got my board set up.
All right.
Iron. Just gonna walk you guys through some
So, are we doing two rotations?
Sunday chill.
Or
It's my favorite streamer right now on Facebook.
Yeah, probably.
His name is 8V.
Get some more people in, yeah.
His gamer name is 8V, and I like watching him play Call of Duty when I'm chilling. So that's what we're doing here.
Slow.
God, this thing is really
Get a lot of kills. Dude, why am I so tired? What is happening? Like, this is not good. I have to drink this.
Oh, first game Superstore always, remember?
Yeah, we can't do that now, though. It's not the plan anymore. Y'all are crazy. Alright, fine, we're doing it. And we know who to blame. We know who to blame. It's Dave.
Back door,
Back
back
door
door,
lock.
back door,
Yup,
back
yup,
door.
yup, yup.
Don't land on the roof.
There's so many here. There's so many here. I cracked 1,000,000 people.
Okay, guys.
Dude, this
Just
is
trying to
tough.
see my tweet. See if anyone's gonna join us today. I'm just gonna hang out.
There's a lot of
Oh, good. It's live.
people over here.
Email went on.
Into like 3 roast skins.
Lighting looks alright.
Happy Easter, Sam.
I got 4 boards here.
Stars.
Okay, let's just go. Let's just start.
Welcome back, Steven.
Let's just start.
Played up and yeah.
So I know what's going on. So I have here my Burton process limited edition. Got my Thrive Relentless over there. DC Ply, DC Media Blitz. I actually took all of these out this season.
Love that.
Some a little bit more than others, I could tell by like the dry marks on the wax. Nowadays I just apply the wax spread with the iron, but I don't scrape it because I think for my purposes I don't really need it to be super fast. I just need it to not stick to the snow, and I feel rather than waste the wax of scraping it off, I would just leave it on there, and over time, durability wise, if I'm doing features and the more snow, the more riding, I feel like it would last longer. And so what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna wax them for storage. So I'm just gonna put a normal amount of coating, but again, I won't scrape it off. And then I'm just gonna put it away in the sleeves and the board bags for the summer because the season is over. Here in Ontario, the resort has been closed. Lockdown again, or I guess they call it like a break or something. COVID rise break. So season could have lasted another couple weeks in Blue Mountain, but they were forced to close as of Friday night. So they actually, it was really cool. I wish I stayed longer, but they stretched their operating times till midnight because effectively the shutdown would have been at 12:01. So that would have been fun to stay that late. Anyway, let's check out the board there. I've already taken off the bindings. Inserts are still there though. I've wiped her down with a damp cloth here with water. But what I will do first to prep is use Simple Green. I'm gonna use Simple Green, which is a surface prep, ready to use cleaner, non-toxic, biodegradable. So I'm gonna spray this on both sides of the board and use this wet rag to clean it up. Wipe it down. Oh, let's see here. All right.
Yeah, just go over there and do Sin Circle too.
It took a while to set the stream up, so I hope you guys
Why? Because it sounds
appreciate this.
Billy! Timmy!
All right.
Jimmy!
You know, like those like awesome names.
Spray version.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. I'll just put it directly on the rag. I don't want to spray it into the channel. You know what I mean? Definitely like, you know, near the end of the season when things start to melt. And
I feel like I need a nap.
you get all that dirt and mud in the parking lot and all that stuff.
Yo, I'm gonna drop money at the buy. We can get
Oh well, I'll
another
just
one.
spray it right on. Just a little bit. Haven't used this guy in a while. My new sticker job. Alright, that looks good enough.
Money at the buy. I'm going in for the scab over.
Hopefully you guys don't mind the game there in the background. I'm gonna lower the volume so you guys don't hear that as much. We're just chilling. We're just chilling, yo. That looks good. Hopefully that's not obtrusive or annoying for you guys. But I do want to hear the gameplay a little bit. I just put these stickers and they're already starting to come off.
Oh yeah, okay, let's do it. Bring in the goods.
Alright. So to preserve the stickers, I'm not really pushing so hard
Imagine, William.
on the ends, just in the center.
70
I
degrees.
hope you guys can hear me. I think you should. Like, the mic's right there. Okay, now flip it up.
Not that high. I feel like most
Flip it over.
60s, high 60 to 70. I don't know if it's
Oh yeah, forgot to show you guys. But I use this brush, have like an extra dustpan brush, and that's what I would use to brush off any kind of dirt and dust on the top and the bottom. I've already done that for the first board, but I'll do it over there for the other boards.
Can you take me on the roof?
And I can tell here from the base to where the dry spots are, because this is the board I rode more this season than the others. I can tell. Hopefully too some of the rust off the edges won't affect the base over the break. But yeah, I can kind of tell still actually that there's still quite a bit of wax on this board on certain spots. But I want to... Well, I guess you guys can kind of hear that audio. I wonder if it's annoying. If anyone's watching, please let me know. I'm just chilling.
Just laying
Let's
there.
lower it some more. It's kind of just like background noise, you know? So that looks good. Okay. That's that.
I got
Purple, you need plates?
I'm going to get ghost. Getting a ghost.
So, for the
Yeah, I'm doing a couple.
iron,
streams. I'm not gonna be on.
generally good to have it to like 110, 120 on this decline iron. The markers already start at 100.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna do it like I'm gonna pick
turn
another
that
game
on.
this
Light turns on. I'm gonna put her between 110 and 120. So it's at, oh, between 100 and 120 in there. Let that heat up. The wax I'm gonna use, I used to, purchase specific wax based on temperature, but again, it's not like I'm highly competitive or anything with speed. Anytime you can get access to clearance or cheap wax, just buy it. It's good to have, especially if you do your own waxing, which I highly recommend. Over time, if you're going to buy your own board, you're going to ride a lot, it does pay off to have your own waxing kit, because each time paying 15 to 20 bucks each time is not worth it. You could buy, clearance wax, or, even good performance wax. The kit, after a couple seasons, paid for itself, you know? So,
I'm ping.
the light turned off, which generally means it hits it's hit its temperature.
He did.
So, it was probably ill-advised for me to use my...
It's safe.
Yeah, I could tell it's definitely hot already, too.
Oh, whoa, Bertha's.
That's surprising. Okay, yeah, good. So, you take the wax. It's gonna drip off the corner. The more I spread this. I'm not gonna put too much,
Go get him.
like I've done in past summer coats, because I just don't want it to dry out.
Okay, I'm going over getting guys if you want. There's like a lot of space though.
I'm swirling it too so that it
Trying.
drips and melts
He's on you. Where are you?
quicker down the corner.
I need you guys over here.
And the wax does smell good, which is cool. Alright, let's see if that's good enough. Spread that out.
Can you ping him? Where?
No way I lose that. I thought I downed two. I did, and there's a third behind. Oh my god, there's... Dude. I literally didn't realize there was three. I downed two.
Gonna
and I
patiently
didn't
spread this guy.
realize that there were three. Literally just a bunch of gophers behind one truck. There was three, man. I really thought there was something.
I am streaming, but it's not showing on...
There was three in that scenario right there. I thought there was two.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go over to my stream chat
Man.
here in Discord.
Bad call on me. I should have had that.
In case anybody wants to join me. Hey, second viewer, what's up? Just chilling on an Easter Sunday.
Sunday, fun day, happy Easter Sunday. Look at this guy. Thank you, Eric.
Just having
Yeah, it's just one guy up there.
some
I couldn't believe there was three at the car.
chill vibes today.
Two,
I
and
hope.
got to see the third one pop up. Just gophers, dude. Kept popping their head out.
one at the little red container, but
It's spread. Pushing a little bit so it spreads around the wax.
just a little bit smaller.
I am really tired.
Not the little two dots
I
on
thought
the
I'd
side.
have more energy.
I'm gonna move it up to 120.
So I
That's a
will,
bit quicker.
what's today? Sunday? Probably Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. I'll do some, like a full day of supporter games. I'm just, I'm
It's so
toast.
shiny.
Oh, what
I
the?
got no
That's
fuel
the
in the tank.
reactive thing, I think, isn't it?
Maybe I should have dripped a bit more. Maybe I'm just
I know I got it on.
impatient. 4 boards to do.
Can't see nothing. It's blinding me.
I do have a video instructional on how to wax your snowboard on my channel already. If you guys are interested.
Wait, you guys are seeing that too?
Spread this out a bit.
Yeah. Like my gun. It's
I think I need to be slower with my swipe so it melts better. Yeah, that seems to work better. Push down a bit more. We're just hanging out today, guys.
Maybe like 1 or 2 more rotations, Vic. I'm gonna have a short day today.
My favorite streamer is gonna come off soon too, so
10 a day, but
probably watch somebody else after.
I don't know. That tournament yesterday just drained me. I'm exhausted. And I don't want to force myself to stay on. Like, if I'm really tired, I'm just gonna go.
Definitely uneven. Oh, there we go. That's starting to work better.
No super this time.
I just push down a little bit more.
Some prom vibes.
It's catching better.
Promenade vibes. Take this one slow, chill back. You know what I mean?
that was my best spot. There's no.
You want to go to bank?
Yeah,
That's
the
what
green and
that's
yellow.
where I always drop.
Green and yellow,
You
green
got any
and
left?
yellow.
Uptime, boys? Uptime?
3, 2, 1.
Go, go, go.
Hey, have you seen the
Alright, it seems like you guys can't really hear the game noise right now, which is fine.
What's up, Brian?
It's good for
How
me.
you doing, buddy?
Just chilling.
I'm only doing a couple supporter games, Brian, just because I didn't want to play solos. I'm gonna actually pick a day this week to
I wonder how you guys have been doing during this whole
play with everybody.
second kind of pandemic season. I mean, it started later last year, so I still managed to get, I think, about like 6 to 8 days last year. No, wait. I went on a trip last December too. So okay, I did get some nice days in last season. But this year, this past season that just ended, I hit 7 days, all at Blue Mountain. That was it. Oh, actually, no, I'm lying. I did go to Lake Ridge once, which wasn't bad. Lake Ridge isn't bad,
Nice. Alright, do you want to go to Carnival?
but I
Take
definitely
a stab at dealer.
would have liked more days. Maybe a couple more weeks. I would have gone
How does the whole squad
2 to 3 more times. I was so tired doing 2 days in the same week.
Carnival quick? Over here.
Feel like I'm just not in quite as good shape with the whole COVID thing.
Oh, I hear sniper shots.
I'm gonna drop my money on Brian.
What's that chat saying?
Holy bro.
What, I play?
Yo, Jorge.
Jorge!
5,000 stars, dude. What are you doing, man? This guy's insane.
There's one extra visit there.
Thank you so much, man. We didn't get first place, but we got third. We got third, dude. Wasn't too cheesy. Let's get some love in the chat for Jorge. Thank you, man. That's super generous, man. This guy is way nice.
think I'm being too cheap on the wax. That's why it's taking so long.
I don't know what I deserve. I don't know what I did to deserve all this support, but thank you, man.
Right, dude.
There was a team that landed next to us. They landed
Yeah,
on
there was a
this
scav right here. So there's a buy there. I'm being
Alright,
I'm
let's
probably
see.
gonna load up right there, right?
You wanna go get him?
I'm pretty sure that was a scav here.
7 playbacks. I mean, that's pretty cool. I know people aren't really hanging out and staying, but that's okay.
He had stopping power too.
Yeah, I felt it.
Just here in case anybody wants to hang out. Chill.
Who's that guy think he is, man?
Still fasting too.
Yeah, look at that.
I am eager to have my first meal of today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Feel like you should be able to.
I'm sleeping.
Microphone's right there.
I was napping.
He's sleeping.
I was pulling the 8.
Alright, change of plans. Hospitals to
Talking
play.
a Jamaican accent all game. That'd be so sweet.
Yeah, you think so?
Melt. Come on.
Alright, we're gonna do a big IQ play here. We're gonna take the chopper.
There we go.
To the top.
A trophy?
No, we don't have time for trophy. We just gotta get up there and get to the rooftop. You guys stay here. I'm gonna grab the chopper. I'm gonna pick you guys up below. And then we're gonna go all the way up top and kill this team. Cause they're like, Billy, we gotta go hide. We're being hunted. They're gonna try to get up top here. I'm gonna pick you up. Picking you guys up right now.
Lately, the only game I've been playing online is Call of Duty Warzone. It's just a fun game. Started a little bit difficult. There's a bit of a learning curve, but a bit of time, practice, dedication, it's become a lot more fun. Stressful though, not wanting to die, but it's a fun game for sure. Oh, there's a bit of dirt. Just managed to melt off.
I'm going in. This is too impatient here.
Okay, I think that one took a bit too long.
Sick of this.
I think I'm just not paying
Look at these rats.
as much attention as I could.
Rats. Like, look at this guy. Freaking super.
There we go.
Oh, no.
Coverage looks good.
You had one goal now. He took it.
Point is, you just don't want your base to dry out.
I'm coming up. Taking the zip. Play your life. Don't get flagged.
I cracked him. Whoever finished him.
Run it on the edges too.
One shot.
Not not on the edges, but all the way to where the edge meets wax of the base.
You got him. I got the down though.
Because that's where the wax comes off most, obviously. You're turning and holding your cards.
We gotta get out of here.
You're right. There's people here. There's two on me. I got airstrike.
Yep. Alright. I think coverage-wise, this one's good to go. I'm just evening it out a little bit more.
We got zone.
So basically, next season, I'm just gonna take it out of the bag and ride. I won't scrape. So it's got better coverage for the summer, in case it gets hot in the bag or anything like that, but it shouldn't melt or anything. And yeah, I did not have to re-wax the season at all. Then again, I only went out 7 times, so and I have 4 boards. So, I mean, yeah, that's not a lot of riding on each of these bases.
No way.
So I do like that, you know, like
So how do they have self-revive so quick?
how I can
They just
kind of preserve the life of my base and my boards just because I have a, you know, a decent quiver collection of them.
God, dude, like, how do these guys pop it like it's nothing, man?
Yeah, that looks
I
good.
don't understand how they get it up so quick. How?
Come on, that one center part.
What?
There we go. I'm pushing a little harder now just so I want it to be nice and spread out evenly and flat. I don't think it's perfect or anything, but it'll do. Going over this probably too much, but oh well. He's watching anyway. There's some spots that seem deeper than others. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay.
Dude, that's insane how quick that revive is, man.
That's good. Feels smooth when I go all the way across. So like if it's this smooth with the iron, should be smooth on the snow, right?
There's a team there. So be careful.
Couple of little dents in the base from probably boxes and branches,
It felt like it was up by
but it's alright. It's alright. It seems alright.
Okay, nice.
Okay, I'll do one full sweep, nice and smooth.
I got no ammo.
This guy has plates here. Or here's one more.
Alright, that's good. That's good for that one. This guy's done. I'm gonna let it cool. Let's do the next one. Let's go with this
All dead.
DC Media Blitz.
Yeah, they all got loot here.
I'm popping this armor box.
Okay.
I'm gonna brush it off. Again. This guy.
Nice.
Hey, was the satchel?
Good work.
You need the satchel?
Unbelievable. We
I
are.
used to have a lot of stickers on this guy too. Similar to how I had it on DC Ply, but I guess to honor more of the artwork of the lady. Her name is Electra, aka Azul or Zula. But yeah, I'm going to kind of make that pure again. Dirt's off. And again, we're gonna simple green cloth.
I am not twisted.
What? Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Good.
We're gonna get some angles here. I'm gonna get some angles here for we're not out in the open. We're gonna get some angles. I'm gonna drop you guys off as
Some dirt on the surface. Also, where the bindings make contact, you can see there's like dents in the board. The top sheet's not that strong, I found. On the DC boards, with the the wood grain top sheet, you know, you would think it's more durable. Like it feels durable, but it chips off. Chips off. Just some dirt marks there. Or it could be from the sticker residue, probably, actually.
Hater. Is there more?
But still looks good. I think it looks good, I guess. Right?
I got him.
It's a nice one. That's a sticker. I added that just for better branding, because you can't really see the branding on this. It says DC there. DC there on the sticker, but the bottom for sure you can see the branding. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, there's definitely dry spots again along the edge. So, do need to re-wax this guy too. Or Zula, I should say. Electra. There's some dirt on the base. I And that's likely from the features that I went on, like the boxes and the, what are they called? Like fat rails? Not flat rails, but like the big cylinders. Oh, there's a gash too. Just notice there's a noticeable gash along the edge. Try to fill that up with wax too. I'm just using bar stools here, guys. 2 bar stools to prop up the board. Looks good. Wax this guy. Last time I didn't spread so much wax, so I will do more this time so it's a bit quicker. I think that first one I took too long spreading because I didn't put enough.
There's a munitions box back there. Someone grab it quickly.
Thank you, Jennifer.
What is that?
I have no ammo. I really need to fucking
I was tired just watching tracks, man.
Just got a message somewhere.
I'm so mentally drained.
Gonna have to check.
Yeah.
I got sniped and down. I dropped money for you to buy me black. He's on top. He's on the mountainside on yellow.
I think it was Snapchat. Oh shit. Oops. I swore. My bad, guys. I swore. I think that's enough. I put probably more than I needed. Yeah, it was Snapchat.
Where are these guys? I cracked 2 in there. Do you have AR? I need AR. I need AR, brothers. I need bullets, man.
Oh, cool. That comes off nice and easy. That drop. Okay.
Saying good, man. We need, we gotta kill this group.
Okay, I see it. I see it. The sniper's on yellow building.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Guy here?
That doesn't move around. I mean, I guess that's why they have clamps generally, but trying to save costs. Unlike, you know, the full-out workbench. I have a couple clamps, but I just don't think it's necessary. But they have like the suction things, suction clamps. But I'm alright. With a bit of grip on your finger on the underside there. Let it move. Okay, yeah, there's definitely dirt moving around in the wax now. Well, what are you gonna do? I didn't scrape. As long as it moves smooth, it'll be good on the snow. Even if it comes to the surface too, like not being ingrained in the base, so it should be okay. And I wonder what they mean by too, like, you know, they talk about poplar bases or something like that, or the different kinds of base material. And how does base dry out? I mean, I guess if it's wood, wood does gonna, you know, get petrified over time, and then it gets really stiff, and I mean, it could crack. You don't want your base to crack, but I guess that's why they don't want you to dry it out. Coat it with wax so it retains some of that oil and moisture in the fibers of the wood, the grains of the wood. Maybe it helps to prolong. This base is supposed to have dimples. It's definitely grooved. Yeah, it's not dimples in this base. grooves. The DC ply, it's actually actual dimples in it.
Are there any odds?
We got money to buy back.
Yeah, get that
Bring it
guy.
down. Yep, you got it. Never mind.
Is there any guns in there?
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by, whoever decides to come.
Push down to get it.
Seeing some views, certain playbacks. That's cool. I'm gonna have to ride these guys a lot next season. My plan next season is a big trip. I want to go to Whistler, hopefully early February, for at least a week. I mean, I don't know if my body can handle that many consecutive days, but I do want to maximize my time over there. I have a lot of Aeroplan miles I've accumulated, so I definitely want to go on more trips next season. Blue Mountain, it's great for practice. You know, I'm trying to work more on like switch tricks and switch skills. Like I can ride switch pretty good now. I'd say about with 80% confidence if, you know, regular's 100%. I'm at about 80% with switch. But I need to learn more to, you know, land switch, ollie off switch, nollie off switch. I might have to scrape that up at the end. But yeah, I've yet to go on any features switch. And that's something I need to work on, that I want to work on. I want to get better at that. 'Cause, man, if you develop your switch riding, like confidence wise on the snow, it makes a huge difference on your overall skill set snowboarding. Highly recommend it, guys. Learn switch.
There's one right here.
Learn it like soon too, like not too long after you're confident regular or goofy, whatever your normal is. I push switch. As soon as you start feeling confident turning turning normal, like regular, and you start to, you know, feel like you're picking up speed and building your skill set, like it's really easy to plateau in skills if you don't start pushing switch. And then the next thing after switch, once you start getting used to that, is jumps. Just getting off of the snow and then landing back on the snow really helps to develop your reaction skills. And yeah, snowboarding is all about reacting to your terrain. So like, the faster you are with your reflexes, and like the more you can train your muscle memory to like adjust to those little deviations and balance, like you'll be such a much better rider. You'll feel more confident jumping into a bowl, glades, quick turns, quick stops, avoiding people who are noobs who like run into you. And there's a lot of times I can remember too where I'm riding and then you just all of a sudden you have this unknown obstacle or unexpected obstacle, either a rider or whatever it is, something unexpected, and you feel your body adjust on its own. Like you didn't have to think about it. It's just kind of like automatic. It's the best. Okay, I think I've spread it good enough. I'm just gonna do the whole full length Passover. Passover, it's Easter. Haha. And then I'm gonna go on to the next one. I think this one's okay. Again, there's kind of dirt moving around in the wax, but I'm okay with that. For me to go in there with like a wire brush and try to scrape that out, also waste some of the wax. All right. Good spread though. I think much more generous amount of wax than my last application, but
Are they the same team?
that seems good.
Yeah, no, I'm safe again. I'm gonna keep moving up. I got clustered. I gotta keep moving. No, I gotta keep. No, you got me killed, Dave. I said no.
You're good. You can pick him up.
I caught me and you grabbed me.
Some patchiness in the middle here. Oh, what's up? Chris, what's up? Do you remove bindings for waxing? Yes, you do. Yo, yeah, you should remove the bindings, otherwise it might pull the inserts and create dimples on your base. I did not know that. But really, why I pull out the bindings is just so you can have it sit a lot more flat and comfortable. Like so. Oh, jeez. Like so. You guys can see that. There's a little bit of a lag in the chat versus the actual stream, guys, so bear with me there.
Look at this in front of me.
Thanks for joining in, guys. Chris and Not Trollins. I know you guys just got here, so basically, guys, I'm just doing a waxing for the summer storage. I'm not gonna scrape these. I generally don't scrape my wax anymore. As I mentioned earlier, it's not like I'm competitive or anything. I just want to be able to ride and not worry so much. So with extra durability, that thicker coat of wax, I feel like as long as I'm moving, you know, unobstructed on the snow, I'm happy with that. I don't need it to be like peak performance speed. I just cruise around on the hills, and I go on some features in the park, and I feel like the more wax on there, the longer it'll last. You know, it'll slowly chip off as you ride it more and more. So I don't bother with scraping off the wax. So that's the second board. The first one was this, guys. You missed this one. This is my Burton Process limited edition. Gave that one its summer storage coat. It's already cooled off. That looks good to me. And then this guy is going to start cooling off too, which is my DC Media Blitz. Oh, there. All right, let's put this guy over here. There's one section here that I want to flatten a little bit with the iron. Right there. Closer to the edge where most of the wear happens, because that's where you're holding your turn, so most of the wax comes off near the edges first. Just making sure that's nice and evenly spread there. Because next season, like I said, I am not going to scrape these. I'm just going to pull it out of the bag and go. That's the plan. Alright, I appreciate that take. My friend is religious about scraping. I am not so much. Are you getting the icon pass? You know what, man? I don't think I will. It's with how the season was this season. With how the season was with COVID. There's no really guarantee how accessible a lot of these hills are gonna be. There's gonna be, like, again, intermittent lockdowns and stuff. So it's like, do I want to have to deal with that? So no. I'll probably maybe a 5x7 at Blue. I know they had a decent deal this year for 5x7. If you were gonna renew it for next year, but hopefully they offer a good price on the 5x7. They should. For Blue Mountain anyway, because that's the only one I go to in Toronto. But but I want to go on more trips, like actual trips. And if I go to Whistler, which is the plan in February, I'll just get like a multi-day pass, like a 3 or 5 day. And you do get like 30% off by doing multi-days. Icon is like, yeah, if I plan on going to multiple resorts, but I don't know, man. Maybe Tremblant as well. So if I do Tremblant and Whistler, maybe, but nah. It pays off itself if you go 5 days at a big resort, I think. 4 or 5 days, right? But then again, Blue, Whistler. If I do Tremblant too, probably won't. Now you got me thinking, man. I don't know. Icon might be worth, but I just don't think it's worth the risk of buying it up front. Whatever. If I end up spending more by not spending it up front, I guess it's not so bad. Or maybe there's going to be like deals with accommodation in the past, you know? Anyway. Good question, though. I know a lot of my friends did Icon for the past couple of years because they did Tremblant, and they were planning on Whistler. But, you know, they didn't go on to many other spots. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Guys, what am I doing? I messed up. I messed up, guys. I messed up. I forgot. You gotta brush it off first. And you got a dirt. Good thing I didn't do it on the edges. Definitely some dirt on this guy. Mud. Because this is my park board. So brushing off dirt. Off the base. Oh yeah, and not trolling, man. For your friend who's religious about scraping the wax, are they competitive? Like, do they race? Because honestly, will they notice a difference if they don't? You know what I mean? I get it. Like, if you're you're competitive and you're like, especially if you're racing and you want to have competitive times and, you know, you're really trying to shave off, you know, tenths of seconds or something off your time or whatever like that. But if you're just a casual rider and you want your wax to last longer on your base so you don't have to wax as often, you know, you just want to make sure that if you have especially if you have a sintered base, that, you know, you have good wax coverage so you don't get sticky on the snow. Why scrape off wax that you paid for? It just ends up, you know, all over the place. I mean, you could scrape it a bit maybe in the parking lot, but like, it's just gonna end up in the snow anyway. That's my take on it. Alright, then again, guys, you missed the other ones. I have Simple Green here. Organic, or what is it called? Non-toxic biodegradable multi-purpose cleaner and prep. Let's see what he's saying there. Was asking because me and my friend have the Icon and we're planning to go to Banff and then going to Tremblant in like 3 to 4 weekends. We're based in Saga. Well then, yeah, it pays off, man. Like, Tremblant in 1 day is like $100, $120. Maybe it's like $130 now, especially because with COVID, price went up. That's a day. If you go to Whistler, it's like $180 to $200 a day. But yeah, if you're going to Tremblant 3 to 4 weekends, so that's 2 days each. That's a no-brainer. If you know for sure you're gonna do it, that's a no-brainer. I'm not gonna drive up to locations probably more than one go next season. I used to go a lot more. When I started off like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, yeah, I hit like 30, 40 days some seasons. But nowadays with work, especially with COVID, and just overall, I think maybe the age group and demographic too, less and less of my friends are going. I still want to get better. I still want to develop my skills as a rider, but I don't get more than 10 days a season anymore. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. My life goal as a rider used to be a 720. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I think I'll be okay. I know I'm close to 540. simply because I have enough airtime to hit 3, and it's a pretty slow rotation on my 360, so I know I can probably hit a 540 even on a small jump. So that's probably the limit. I'm getting older, I gotta be careful with my bones. I don't need to risk injuring myself because I'm not even competing, you know? Why risk hurting my body in recovery, and I might not even be able to work if I get injured too much? So it's like, I'm not pushing so crazy on crazy tricks anymore. It's more, what I really like nowadays when I ride is just like the scenery. Like actual new terrain I've never seen before. Exploring. That's why I want to do more trips, like maybe even off, what's that called? Like off-piste. I would like to do like a cat trip or a heli trip. Japan. I've been to Austria too. No, where was it? Innsbruck. That was cool. But there's quite a bit more dirt on this base, which you probably should remove with the wire brush. Again, you're going to remove wax by doing that as well. But again, guys, I am not big on that. I don't care. It's near the nose and tail tips where I press. I'm fine. This is my beat up around board, even if I want to like maybe even do some more non-conventional features like street stuff. I don't think I'll ever do that. It's too risky, but this is that board. I'll show you really quick. It's funny. I went on like some flat rail or a box that had, ooh, that one burned my finger a little bit. Yikes. But there we go. You can see here, there's a big black gash right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe if I rotate. Yeah, there, you see that big gash on the by the sea. Yeah, that one's pretty deep. I've tried to fill it up with P-Tex, but it always comes out after a while, so I just kind of gave up and I just kind of fill it up with wax. Doesn't last very long in there. It just gets scratched off when you start riding, but trying to get P-Tex in there and flatten it again is just not worth my time. I was more implying that you're welcome to join us if you did get up there. Oh, damn, dude. Thanks, man. I did not even realize that was the implication. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm down. I'm totally down. As long as we're all symptom-free and, you know, we all have the same kind of weekends free. Man, I've driven to Tremblant before. I'll tell you about my first trip. When I started, 2010, I went to Mount St. Louis Moonstone, and we spent like an hour doing like a intro beginner tutorial, which basically taught me nothing. Taught me how to brake on my heels, put on my snowboard, that was it. And then the following weekend, me and my friend were like, you know what, screw this, let's go to Blue Mountain, let's spend an entire, you know, Saturday and Sunday, and let's learn how to turn. And by the end of that weekend, I learned how to turn. I think I went to Horseshoe once or twice after that, and then Blue again, and then my sixth day snowboarding, we're like, yo, it was a Friday at work, and me and my coworkers were like, yo, you want to go to Tremblant? I'm like, when? Tonight? And it was like 6 p.m. And we're like, what time are we leaving? Like 11 p.m. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. This was like April. So we met up at 11 p.m. We drove overnight, arrived at around 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m. It was like minus 10 degrees. And then by like 9 a.m., it was like 0 degrees, -2, 0 degrees. by noon it was plus 10, and by like 3 p.m., 4 p.m., it was plus 25 degrees Celsius outside. Everything was melting, mud everywhere. People were wearing boxers and, you know, like their sports bras, no t-shirts. I was in t-shirts and shorts, which isn't great, obviously. If you're relatively new and you fall, it sucks. There is also a group called DC Events. Yeah, man, I've done DC events numerous times. I went with DC to Tremblant. I went DC events with when I went to Killington, Jay Peak, Vermont. I wanted to do Stratton. I don't think they do Stratton. They do Smugs. I haven't done Smugs yet either. DC events that rents a bus to go to Tremblant. Personally, I haven't tried it yet. Was supposed to last year, but it got canceled. If you're relatively young, Chris, do it. Simply because, one, it's cheap, but two, it's a great social thing to meet a lot of other people. Like, there's just a lot of people. They're getting busier and busier because more and more people are finding out about it, which is great for them. But I noticed that price isn't, you know, really reflecting larger groups. It's still a good deal, but here's my issue is they kind of herd you around, kind of like cattle. Like, you leave late at night, you do a red eye, and then the very next day when you arrive, you ride. And you don't get to check in yet, so your gear and your bags and stuff is kind of held in a waiting room, and then yeah, you get to check in after that first day, chill. I'm assuming there's like social events, but again, with the pandemic, who knows what that's gonna look like next season. But yeah, it's very much, it's not comfortable. The bus, I think, is it a coach bus? It is. They are coach buses, but it's not a comfortable trip, but it's a great trip to get a lot of runs in, meet people at a relatively low price for accommodation and the lift tickets and stuff. So I've done it a handful of times, like I said. Probably twice for Tremblant, twice for Jay Peak, once for Killington. Killington is on my channel here. It's my favorite snowboarding video, simply because there were like a bunch of friends and we all went together, stayed at the same lodge. We all rode together. We have like a lot of footage of us just like running the trails like a train of people. It was just overall super fun. You know, good for drinking with your friends, partying with your friends. So I was actually a bus leader for DC events once or twice. Maybe once. I felt like more than once, but anyway. There's definitely a lot of dirt in my base, guys. Oh well. Alright, let's final sweep. Pass over. There's some patchy parts I could definitely see where the wax is kind of sticking. But that gash is relatively covered nicely. Spreading the wax evenly in there. But yeah, again, I'm gonna ride a few times. This dirt should come off with use. That looks good. Okay. Yeah, this is dirt. But what are you gonna do? You know? It's a beat up board. Also, this base is only a extruded base, not even a sintered base, so you don't really need the wax on this guy either. But love the graphics on this board. This is my, obviously, all the stickers is my custom job that I did myself. But I love the DJ deck, sound mixer, the two speakers, Torstein Horgmo. Let's put this guy away. Put that. What are you saying there, bro? Oh, I see. Guess that's why you just drive there now. Yeah. Now you have your own car. You get, you know, you choose whatever time you want to leave. You have more space. It's more comfortable of a ride. And you get to check in whenever you want. And if you can get, honestly, man, like, if you can get like a group of 6 to 8 people and you find a decent Airbnb, like lodge or, uh, there's just yeah, Airbnb, get it, split it with like 6, maybe 8 to 10 people. Get like a house. It's a good deal. And if you have your own car, yeah, you just drive up, split the parking maybe for a day or something like that. It's get some good deals that way. And if you have the Icon Pass, you don't even need the DC events. You don't need the discount for DC events because you have an Icon Pass. So really, the only thing you're paying for is the accommodation, which is like a it's not even as big as an Airbnb because it's usually like a suite in a multi apartment style lodge, townhouse style lodge. Yeah, so when the last time I did Tremblant for Friday to Monday, we did an Airbnb, which was again like a townhouse type of lodge, but it was nice. It was big, and it was cheap. I'm excited for Whistler though. I definitely want to go to Whistler. I want to celebrate big next year. Hopefully, lockdown won't be a thing anymore. People won't be getting sick as much or at all. See, dude, I got here Whistler up there, Killington sticker. It's the only one I left on this board. Used to have a lot more stickers too. Put a lot of stickers on my boards. Had like GoPro Icon Pass on it too. What are you saying there? Nah, it's impossible to get that many people. Can't find enough snowboard ski friends who can reliably commit. Well, I get you, man. When I started, I think at the time it was still not mainstream yet, but it was becoming mainstream. And then everyone jumped on within the next 2-3 years, like 2013, 14. That's, or maybe, okay, maybe like even a little earlier, like 2012. Everyone jumped on. It was like the next cool thing. And then it kind of died off and people fell off again, and you know, they didn't get quite as passionate as I did, not as dedicated or obsessed. I got obsessed basically. So if you want to meet more people like that, you're probably not gonna find them in your friend group unless they already were. So you join like groups, Facebook groups, online forums, snowboarding groups, meetups, and that's when you meet other dedicated people. I met this one dude off Sierra Snowboard True Snow forums, snowboard forums, and turns out he was from, I think, Oakville, and we met up at Blue, and that was like, the rest was history. Like, he and I pushed each other to like learn park. We went on more trips together. We were like the 5x7 crew of Blue Mountain, because you know, we were willing to drive up multiple days. I would do like 2 to 3 days a week going to Blue, driving each time, not even staying overnight. That's how dedicated, obsessed we were. But yeah, I've learned that my friend group, they're not quite, you know, even that dude, unfortunately, the guy I like, we ramped up our skills together. You know, he got married, he's got a house now, he's working a lot, so yeah, life kind of takes different shifts. as a, single, live alone photographer, most of my big work is in the weekends for events, like weddings and stuff. So I had a lot of weekdays free at the time. So that's why I like to go up during the week. It's quieter. It's not as busy on the lifts. Get more runs in. And yeah, it's generally cheaper too. At Blue Mountain, I like their Monday Coca-Cola night deal. You go there for night riding. You get the lift ticket and a meal for like $30. That was worth it. They didn't do that this season, obviously, but that was definitely worth it. I hate driving to Blue. Yeah, me too. But honestly, it's not so bad if you have good company and you just talk the whole time. I used to do it alone. I drive to Blue alone, and I would get there to relatively close to open, take some breaks, stay till close, and then by the time I'm coming back, it's like past 10 p.m. I'm exhausted. That drive is brutal because there's no traffic lights on that main road, so all you're getting is a bunch of not traffic lights, sorry. There's no street lights, so all you're getting is like the headlamps of the opposite lane. All those cars like shining their headlights at your face. Oh man, that was brutal. I hated that. Couple really sketchy drives back home. So tired, sleepy. But again, nowadays we'd like to go super early, maybe even first tracks, and then stay not till nighttime anymore. It's not, I mean, it's so boring after a while. Do the same runs over and over again. You go there for training, for practice, to get your certain skills better. Yo, Chris, how long you been riding? Where's your skill level at?
Yeah. I kind of want to get a selfie. Have I ghoulied? And I kind of want to get a selfie. I'm gonna get a UAV though, because why not?
Yes, get a UAV, please. There's people this way.
It has a cluster behind me on the buy if you want it.
Forgive again the lag for this chat, guys. It's like
Just keep trying.
a good few seconds. I'm assuming.
Feeling awake.
Maybe worse.
When I get zoned in like this, wakes me up.
Do you still have the UAV yet?
Yep.
4-starring levels, huh? Want to eat? I think like 5 seasons now. I'm probably close to your age group. I'm 29. Well, I appreciate the guess.
On the hill.
I'm a lot older, bro.
Yeah, I like it. Yep.
When I started, I was
Think so?
28.
Okay.
Yeah, 28, 29 is when I started. And I've been riding for 11 years now, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna go to red.
Main Hill is Glen Eden. Yo, Glen's a good trainer too. I went there a number of times when I was starting off to get more comfortable with park. It's probably my first park was in there.
I'm gonna hold good zone. I'm gonna back up and hold for a sec.
Purely a park rider now because there isn't much at Glen. Yeah, it's true. Glen's nice and close though. Even for me here in Markham or when I was in Durham, it's like an hour-ish.
Want kills.
But nowadays, man, I want long runs. I don't want to spend more time on the lift than I do riding down the hill. Never mind, not close then. Yeah, man, I am 38, almost 39.
I'm going around flanking.
But as long as I still look, late 20s, mid to late 20s, I feel like I'm still like 30. Maybe my recovery's not nearly as quick. Skill level though, ride style, and yeah, even my style overall.
These are the sweaty guys. The sweat lords.
But no, it's all cool. I mean, if now I've aged myself and you don't want me in your travel group, I understand.
Oh, he can't go for chopper. Cut him off.
So I actually had the most wax on this Thrive board
I don't think I can.
already. I didn't get to ride it nearly as much as I thought I did.
I'm going stadium.
There's still quite a bit of wax on this guy.
Having a pretty
Probably
good
didn't
day.
need to put that
Trying to
much.
get, some numbers up here.
Some gashes. Yeah, you can hear it here. It's like
No,
Could use more wax there.
Counts as an extra game. All right.
Do we have no UAV?
There we go. That's better spread.
No, I don't have one. I'll have the cluster.
Okay.
Thanks for whoever is also joined the chat. I appreciate the stream, guys. Stream company, I should say. This is chill Easter Sunday. Didn't visit the fam because my parents got their COVID shot recently. So they need to build their antibodies first before we hang out. What are you saying there? During how to describe my skill level. Don't know how to describe my skill level. But I'm getting comfortable getting on rails street style. Can do back, front boards, depending on the feature. Oh, nice. Oh, that's way better than me. I can't do any board slides. I have 50-50 everything. Regular, too. You know, I want to get my switch a lot better. Trick-wise, I can ride switch pretty comfortably now. Like 80% skill of my regular. If my regular was 100, my switch is like 80% maybe. It's probably better before. But I need to get better with like, you know, ollieing off switch, landing switch. I'm more of a jump guy. I don't really like boxes and boxes are okay. I don't like, or tabletops. I don't like rails. I've yet to go on a rail and I don't plan to. I've done flat rails though and cylinders. But yeah, I will not do a rail. Like those thin rails. Screw that. Nah, you're more than welcome to join. Always looking for people to go on big trips. Sweet. You on Instagram? Or do you have videos up on your YouTube too, dude? I'll check it out after this. You can check it out. I have a number of friends from Saga, or, well, actually Brampton. Brampton Saga area. They still ride. Not nearly as much, like I said. They're not like, you know, multiple snowboards, multiple boots, multiple bindings and bags like this. They're not crazy like I am. I don't even know if they have their own, like, waxing kit.
I'm getting eggs.
Might get eggs too. What the hell?
Just here. Come on. There we go.
There's another
There
guy
we go.
out top that was shooting me in the back.
Alright, almost time for the last Passover.
I don't know if he was mid.
Let's go.
As long as it feels smooth, I'm okay with that.
There's like there's two more though.
Bored of this now, guys.
To the right? Or to the left? Oh,
I got IG, I'll add you. Sweet. You can find my links in the About section of my page.
Yo, sniping west.
oh, there's far different.
I'm excited to like go on the trip next year to Whistler because I just got the new douchebags snow roller, like their huge snowboard bag. It's sweet. I'm gonna do a review on it in the next couple weeks. In the next weeks or so, I'll make a review video.
Coming back. Like I keep
It's such a upgrade to my previous snowboard bag. And I mean, it's meant for travel. It's meant for, you know, taking on the plane. That's one thing, man. I wanna fly again. I wanna go places. I wanna travel. Like, I'm not working so much right now, obviously, because of the shutdowns and pandemic too, but I can't even travel and go anywhere and take advantage of the time off. Sucks.
Alright, I'm just gonna go downtown.
There we go.
Just gonna send it.
I miss traveling. I want to go on an all-inclusive. That's the plan, actually. After Whistler, about a week, tiring myself out snowboarding, I want to immediately come back home at the end and go on a book a last-minute all-inclusive, probably to like Punta Cana or Jamaica. Punta Cana is my go-to spot.
I don't think I'll make it in time for that. No, I'm gonna have to stay low.
Why does it seem like there's some spots here that aren't catching? I think my,
No way, he sees
there
me
we go.
from that angle. I know he saw me, but holy.
Is there a specific reason for Whistler? Also a brought up icon because Big 3 in Banff is included in the icon, and since you go to blue, it's 2 for 1. Okay, so Big 3 in Banff. Are you talking about like, what is it, Jasper, Lake Louise, and is it like Sunshine or something like that? Why Whistler? I've been there 2 or 3 times now. I think 3 times, and it's massive. It's big. There's so much untouched terrain. I've been there 3 times. I haven't seen everything yet, you know? And my last time I was there for only 2 days. I only got to ride 2 days because I got injured on the second day. I did like a 360 and landed really bad. Off a jump. But yeah, it's big. And like I said, I like long, bigger, explorative runs. I heard as nice as Jasper is and Lake Louise and those Alberta, you know, even Revelstoke in BC2 is supposed to be nice, but it's not, and the snow is nice. It's not huge like Whistler, you know? And I do like the social aspect of Whistler. Banff is fun though. I went to Banff on like a work-related trip, so I didn't get to ride Banff. But the social aspect after après-ski at night, the hostel, parties, drinks, that was fun. I would do that again too, for sure, but Whistler, I don't know. Vancouver's nice to also tour around after, or before, actually. I'd probably do Vancouver before. Lots of good food in Vancouver. So that's why. Whistler's huge. And since you go to Sunshine, Lake Louise, Mount Norquay. Oh, never heard of Mount Norquay. But yeah, I think it's just because I know when I go to Whis, there's like some familiarity to it, so it won't feel too much like I'm lost. But at the same time, there's still, again, can explore. It's a great party place for a larger group to go to. If you go to like, unless you stay in Banff and go out and socialize in Banff, like it's relatively quieter in the resorts compared to Whistler. Everything's at Whistler. Have you been to Whistler? Alright, I think I've gone over this far too long. It feels super smooth. More wax on this side than this side, but I think it's okay. Feels good. Alright. That's off. Oh, let this cool off. Feels good. It's warm. Yeah, but I didn't do any of the social stuff you did. Oh. Did a 2-week trip with 10 lift tickets. Yo, that sounds awesome. I mean, I did the small and medium parks in Whis. I didn't do like the massive pro level huge extra large feature parks. I can't handle those. But yeah. Let's put this guy away. That back there. Surprisingly, I didn't use that much wax. Well, not that surprising since I don't scrape. We just... What is this? Wouldn't do that many next time. Not enough rest days. Yeah. Yeah, it's tiring. I don't... also at my age too, I can feel like I don't recover nearly as quick. You definitely need maybe like 2 on, 1 off. 2 on, 1 off, you know? Wouldn't do that. We just boarded and then went back to Airbnb to make food and sleep. I mean, yeah, that's cool too. That's definitely like a snowboarding trip. I think it's more because I want to celebrate like birthday related things. why I want that, like, you know, maybe more days off to socialize and party, explore a little bit, enjoy the food. We went early December, so it wasn't full open yet, but when we got there, it was dumping like 20 centimeters every day. Oh, snap. Yeah, my first time, it was good snow. That was like late January. Second time was also, I think, late January, early Feb. And good snow as well. But the last time I went, yeah, there was like maybe a foot dump, maybe 2 feet dump when we got, or before we got there. So there was a lot of nice snow off the trails near Blackcomb. That was when I put that video too, my last Whistler video from 2018. But I heard this past year, late January, early Feb, they were getting dumped on every day as well. Like I haven't experienced deep powder before, and like I know I have a good board for it now. I'll set back my process. I think that last time I went 2 years ago, I only brought my short all mountain freestyle board, and it wasn't great on the powder. Never been on a big mountain, so we had a POW experience, so it was hard to ride. Yeah. It does take getting used to. It's a different, it's so different from resort riding, you know, groomers, as you get so much of that like solid response for carves. You don't carve on snow. You really surf it on powder. And yeah, you got to set your board back. Probably not riding switch nearly as much. And like, yeah, you drive the board into the snow and out. Anyway, I'm done, guys. That was how long was the stream? An hour, almost an hour and a half. Thanks for watching. Keep in touch. I'll happy Easter. I'll be posting some more review videos. I recently, here, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what I've been doing. I'm excited about that too. I'll show you guys.
I saw you move off the camera for a few minutes. I know what you're doing.
Your movement is what blows my mind the most. I got movement. Do I got the movement, bro?
Video of Tim the Tap Man. He shot somebody in the air.
So,
And then just like the whole team ran at him in the air. And then
what are you saying there? I only had park boards at the time, so all the POW was wasted. Oh yeah, bought a POW board now, but didn't get to try it out on POW. I still don't have like a dedicated powder board. I have another all mountain freestyle, but it's softer. It's not camber. It's zero. It's not traditional camber. It's zero camber. I'm not a huge fan of rockers, so I don't think I'll ever buy another rocker. I've tried hybrid rocker, but I'm not compelled to buy another one. So I'm gonna use my zero. It's my longest, 155. It's zero camber, so it's better float. It's softer flex too, not as aggressive, so it should be more forgiving on the powder. But yeah, I want to show you guys. This is my Burton Cartel. I forget the year, maybe like 2015 or something like that. The base and the high back are great, but I updated both the toe cap and the ankle strap, toe strap and the ankle strap to the modern versions of the Cartel. Actually, this ankle strap is Malavita, is the Malavita ankle strap. So it's actually softer and more flexible. So it's more forgiving. I'm gonna put this guy on the Burton process for like, again, more flexibility, maneuverability in powder. But I managed to get the new Cartel ankle strap, which looks very similar, web. I'll show you guys there. And the Cartel strap, this is on a switchback binding. Again, 2000, I don't know, 13, 14. Switchback, maybe even 16. But I Frankenbinded it. Frankenstein binding. I changed the toe cap to a Burton toe cap as well. Ankle strap is a Burton Cartel. And this ankle strap is my favorite. It's a thinner profile, not as fat as the Malavita, but it's definitely stiffer, noticeably stiffer than the Malavita strap. And I love the toe cap actually. Very lightweight, clean, good hug and hold on the toe. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a comparison among, like, you know, ankle straps and what you should. I'll probably do like recommendations as to which strap you should upgrade to. If you can figure out, you know, ladders and feed tongues and stuff like that to make sure that it fits. I had to like drill a fatter hole in this ladder or this catch so that it would fit in this binding, but it was worth it. I think Burton makes the best straps. Actually, Burton makes the best bindings overall. I would like to get pure EST, but they're so expensive these days. So I'm gonna stick to I'm just gonna stick to what I have. Anyway, bought a PAL board now, but didn't get to try it out on PAL. All right, man. I'm excited for next season. This season ended way too early. Started way too late as well, you know. But I'm glad I still was able to get a few days out. 7 days. Got some footage. I got to do reviews on the masks. Got to do reviews on some bags. All in all, it was still a successful season, you know? Anyway. Peace out, guys. I'm out for now. You can catch me on Twitch. I stream there daily, mainly like learning Spanish language, and I do play Call of Duty Warzone on there quite a bit. So catch me on Twitch. Follow me on my Instagram if you'd like. I got Twitter, but definitely like and subscribe here on YouTube. It helps me out a lot. And happy Easter, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. Stay safe. Healthy, be healthy, stay healthy this year. Let's avoid and get rid of this thing. Go back to normal. It'll never be normal again, but, you know, whatever we can do out of it. Thanks, Chris. It's good to meet you. Peace, dude. Thanks for watching, guys. Look at that transition. Bam. Appreciate it. 1 hour.